So let's take a look at it. You guys had asked me about Apple. There's the 2026, January the 20th at 8:58 p.m. Damn. Look what we showed. I showed you Apple's chart. Apple was sitting at $246.70. I showed you that Apple is in an ascending channel, creating higher highs and higher lows. This is a low, this is a high, this is a higher low, this is a higher high, this is a higher low, this is a higher high. This right here is a higher low. This is a very bullish channel for Apple, the stock. Is that true? Yeah, 100% is true. I actually created this orange box right here to tell you that Apple was here at the time, 246. You see it, $246. I told you that Apple inside of this box is a place that it is pretty much a what we call a support level. You can see up here, we went up here, that was resistance. Then we lost this, came crashing down to support down here, rallied back up, got resisted, came back down. This is a support area right here inside of this box. Let's look at Apple right now and see where we are. Well, imagine that. Look at Apple, look. So what did it do a month later? Guys, look. This was January the 20th when Apple was 246, okay? Apple now is 264, so what did it do? Let's go and look at January 20th. Let's put a line on it. January the 20th would have been here. Men lie, women lie, my charts don't lie, they're the shit. So imagine this. I showed you, pay very close attention. I showed you over here a month ago that this was creating higher highs and higher lows. So what did it do for the last 30 days? It came down here, bam. See the orange box right here. And then it pushed off of this support level. See where all see how I have all of this showing you that support level pushes up off of this support level and then comes back up here and does what? Hits the top side of this box. The same channel that I showed you a month ago is where, look, it was here. This hadn't happened yet. Remember on the 20th, when I did this screenshot, you were sitting here. That means Apple rallied up here. That means for those of you who are paying attention, somebody say, this is crazy. For those of you who are paying attention, you easily would have been able to trade Apple up here for 14%. Saw that it got resisted here. You would have took your money off the table and you're now watching Apple push back down here toward this support level again. I gave you a blueprint that was 30 days ahead of schedule. On January the 20th, Apple was 246. It was sitting right here. You missed the 14% pump if you didn't listen. You missed this 14% pump, period. You would have made this 14% pump here, took your money off the table, because what is this? This is resistance. You see it. I made circles here. Resistance, resistance, resistance. So coming off of this support level, you would have known that here you do what? Take your money off the table. It is a resistance area. It is. Is that not true? It's free game. This is free. It's free game, guys. Learning how to do this is in my course, but 14%. Some of y'all don't. You don't even know what that really means. A 14% move for something like Apple. Apple is a $3 trillion asset. Do you even know what 14% is? Hundreds of billions of dollars that came flying into Apple for a 14% move. Do you know that there's people out there, they wish that they can get a 14% move on their stock and they would know it 30 days before the shit happens. That type of money right there builds extreme amounts of wealth. I'm just being honest with you. Somebody tells you that a $3 trillion asset, right, and they give you a warning and you get an opportunity to see it go up 14%. That's a different level of insight. Facts. All right, let's go to the next stock. What was the next thing that we looked at? Does everybody agree that Apple move was insane? Does everybody truly get the fact that I gave everybody a 30-day head start on that? Yep. Men lie, women lie, numbers don't lie. All right, that was Apple. Cool. Let's go to the next thing that we got here. The next thing we have here is we got Coinbase. Coinbase is the biggest exchange in the world. Well, in the United States. Binance is the biggest in the world. In the United States is Coinbase. And the reason we track Coinbase, the stock, the publicly traded stock, is because whenever the market is very bullish, people are going to be buying, selling, and trading crypto on that exchange a lot, meaning they will be incurring a bunch of fees. If they are incurring a bunch of fees, the stock is going to do what? It's going to go up because people like me know that that company is making money. But when the market is very bearish, people are going to be pulling back from buying, selling, and trading a bunch of crypto, which means Coinbase doesn't get an opportunity to collect a lot of fees. And if someone like me knows that they're not going to be collecting a lot of fees, I also know that the stock is not going to be as profitable because people like to put their money in stocks that are going to be making money and going up. And so let's just take a look and see what I told everybody about Coinbase over a month ago. Literally. It's January the 9th is the date. Look, at 9 o'clock, 9:01 and 7 seconds. So January the 9th, we charted out Coinbase. Coinbase was sitting at $240.78. Look at how I charted this out for you. It's very easy. I showed you that this right here was a resistance line, parallel. Resistance, anytime it hit this white line, you were going to be resisted for sure. And this line right here, this is a support line, a parallel. Now notice, this is very, very important. Notice here I have $239.56, which represents a support level that is horizontal. Look what I told you. We're coming to what we call a apex, like a dead end. This either has to break out. This either has to break out and go up. And when that happens, you'll be able to make the money going up, or it breaks down, it loses this, and it breaks down. There's only two things. It has to make a decision. It's coming to a head, and it either has to lose this or break out. That was a warning and information January the 9th for Coinbase. Let's go and look at the Coinbase chart and see what's up. Well, damn. It's not sitting at 240. It's sitting at 171. Shit. Look. Uh-oh. Yeah, let's go in here and just look at it. You can see it with your own eyes. What happened? I gave you an opportunity to short this. Look what happened. Yeah. I told you, I gave you the specific number, $239.56. You can't lose that. Look what happened here. You tried to hold it here. See it? $239.56. You tried to hold it here and lost it. You lost this, and then you fell below this right here, and that became resistance. Oh my gosh. I'm only showing my work. I already know how good I am. I'm not going to argue with people about shit. January the 9th, I told you that you either break out of this and make money going up, or you lose this, and this shit's going to come crashing down on you. Yeah. Yikes. Yikes. Wow. Do y'all want me to show you how much of a drop that was? That's tough. I'm only here to showcase my work. Let's see how much of a drop that is. God dang. Going from this yellow line down here, man, that was a 41% drop. Damn! That's not a 41% drop? You're talking about a stock dropping 41%. God dang. Man. And you mean to tell me that there's somebody out here giving 30-day warnings, 2-3 week warnings of this type of stuff? Ain't no way, bro. But wait. I do this all the time. This ain't even new. All right, let's continue. What is the next thing? What is the next one? That was Coinbase. We looked at Apple. We looked at Coinbase. We looked at Render. the screenshot. What is the next screenshot that I have here? It's Microsoft. You guys had asked me about Microsoft. Let's see what's going on with Microsoft. Let's see what we looked at. This was January the 20th as well. Look at the date. January the 20th, 9/19. I went in here and straight charted Microsoft out. Microsoft was sitting at $454.52. This screenshot is pretty simple to understand. You can see that this is a parallel line of support here. Support, 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 support. You can see that. And you can see here, Microsoft at the time, look at the green dotted line here. You can see the line. It was trading right here, 454. So that means Microsoft was here. So we had some support levels here, right? We had a resistance level here. Here's where we are. This was representing resistance, and this down here is support. Support. Let's go and see what Microsoft is doing. Let's check in on you, Microsoft. See where you at with it, dog. A month later, what are you doing, Microsoft? Well, we know it ain't at 454. A month later, it's at 397. Damn. Let's zoom in and see what's up. Let's zoom in and see what's going on. Look at you, sir. Pay very close attention. This is a downward channel that I'm showing you. I'm showing you Microsoft here, and it's inside of this down channel. This same one right here. So that means this was resistance, this was support, this was resistance, resistance. It tried to break out. The market pushed it right back in. And currently you went down here, slammed down to the bottom side of this. You wasn't there a month ago, but you slammed down to the bottom side of this, and look at where you are sitting at right now. I can't make this shit up. How is he? There's no way he that good, bro. I know that's what you want to believe in your mind, but you better wake the hell up. January the 20th, I gave you $394 and told you that if you lose this, which is resistance up here, you're coming down here to about 394. Here we are 30 days later. We're sitting at 397. You're right here above. Look, you already hit the yellow line a couple times. You hit it there, you hit it here, you hit it here, and you're barely above it today. This is an active candle that you're looking at right now. You're sitting at 397. How in the hell is somebody giving you a screenshot from January the 20th and a month later, the damn price action is sitting at the exact damn yellow line that he put? That's crazy. No, it's not. It's not crazy. It's really good. That's what it is. It's skilled. That's all. That's all. You don't have to. Here's the beautiful thing about this. You don't have to ask me what I did in these situations. You know if I shorted it or not. If I gave you the information and I see it going exactly where, you know that I shorted it, right? You know I made the money. I gave everybody an opportunity to make the money. That means I didn't gatekeep. I wanted people to actually start building wealth. I let everybody make that money. Apple, Microsoft, Coinbase, Render, shit loads of money. I just gave that money away to people for free. Is that true? Yes or no? I'm just checking. Is it true that I just gave all that money away to people for free? Yeah. I didn't charge anybody for the information. I gave it away. Now when we come back and we look 30 days later and we see that it is exactly the way I charted it out, we don't do excuses. You either made that money or you didn't. Period. Ain't no excuse. Ain't no damn excuse. You either made that money or you didn't. That's all to that.